Hello, my beautiful people. So for this week's video, we're going to be using Natasha Denona's Sunrise palette. This is a really nice palette. I really like it. And this is what we're going to be doing today. It's kind of like, you know, fall and Thanksgiving is coming up. So this might be something that you would like to try or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I do have a cold, so I'm sorry if I sound weird or whatever. I'm trying here. My eye was crying most of the video, and I just was mad because anyways, but I made it work, okay? So thank you, and please enjoy. So today we're going to talk about customer service and some of the jobs or things that I've done or had happened to me. So my first job, I was 17 years old, right? I was like 17. And I worked at this place that I had to do the register sometimes, and then the floor, which was like folding the clothes or pulling the products like to the front or whatever, you know. And so one time I was like called to the register to like, you know, help on checkout and stuff. And this guy approached my register with a vacuum. He was gonna buy a vacuum, and it was like a $400 vacuum. So I'm charging it or whatever, and this guy proceeds to give me Monopoly money. And it wasn't like, it was you know, like even like just green money and like, you know, but it was fake. Like no, it was like the colorful money, like straight up from the board game Monopoly money. And I took it. And not only did I take it, I actually grabbed it and put it on the register, and I said, "Have a good day, sir." Like when he gave me the money, I was so confused. Like I was like, this has to be a joke. Like literally, that's the first thing I thought. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. Like, where's the camera? Whatever, right? Well, as soon as he left, I obviously called security, and my eye is crying. I obviously called security, and the security guard came, and he was like, what happened? And I'm like, this person just left with a vacuum, like, you know, one of the expensive vacuums, and paid me Monopoly money. He's like, and what did you do? And I'm like, well, I took it. Like, I didn't even know what to say, because then I sounded dumb to myself. And so he's like, don't worry about it. We're going to check we're going to check the cameras and see what happened and da-da-da, you know. And so they did, and they obviously saw that I just looked confused as hell. So they're like, either you're a great actress or you really had nothing to do with it. And I'm like, no, I'm just dumb. Like, I'm just dumb. That's all I am. Thank you. So anyways, they were like, don't worry about it. You know, obviously you weren't in on it or whatever, which I wasn't. I really wasn't. And so yeah. So, and they still trusted me to do registers, so whatever. But I felt horrible. So anyways, sorry, please. And so then also the other thing I did, like I said, was like I was a sales floor rep. And this is the thing though, like when you work customer service, there's some stuff that happened to you that you're just like, wow, people, wow, right? And one of the many things was people would like go on the clothing side of the store, and like as I'm folding the clothes, because the store's obviously gonna close pretty soon and whatever, so I'm folding the clothes and doing my thing, you know, and like people would literally, and like women would come and like unfold them, look at him and put him back, and I'm just like, am I invisible? You can't. What would you feel if I went to your house and went through your drawers? I mean, I know it's not the same or whatever. I'm not going to break into people's houses or whatever. But still, like, it's rude. I was like, wow. Not like, I don't know, whatever. So anyways, that was one of, that used to take me, like, that used to make me crazy. But whatever, people are gonna people. So then, like, I had other jobs or whatever. But one of the other jobs that people would give me a hard time was I used to work in this, like, medical setting place, you know, whatever. I'm not trying to give any names or anything like that. And we had a strict visitor policy, you know, like number of visitors that could see you at a time. That was it. Like, that was the only thing. Like, just a certain number of people could see you all night, all day, just at a time. And apparently this was like a punch in the nuts for people. Like, this wasn't acceptable. I got like cussed at so many times. This family, it was like a family of like 10 were waiting for their loved one. And well, first, let me make something clear. It's not like this was like an ER setting or like a setting where like people were in like bad condition or like, you know, stuff like that. No, like this patients were gonna go home, like for sure the next day or the day after, whatever, 1 or 2 days, but they were gonna go home and they were 99% of the time fine, right? Like, I can't say 100 because they'll never give you 100% on when it comes to medical stuff. But anyways, so, but people acted like, my favorite was they loved to say, you're trying to keep me away from so-and-so. First of all, I don't know that person, okay? That's a patient. I don't know them personally. I don't have any need to keep you away from her. Because it was mainly women. Patient women. Anyways, and I'm like, I have no need. I have no desire to keep you away from the person. Let's, settle down. I don't know you. I don't know her. As my girl Kiki Palmer said, I don't know that man a day in my life. If I see him on the street, I don't know him. I don't know you. I don't know your family. I don't know nobody. Ugh. Anyways. And so, yeah. So anyways, back to where I was. So there was this family of like 10 people. And they stayed in the waiting area all night waiting for their family member to come out and give them news. And like tried. Let me say the word tried, because don't let this fool you. Now, I'll tell you about yourself. Anyways, they like sat there talking shit about me the whole night. And the worst part was, like, they weren't just talking shit about me. They were acting like I was talking shit about them. Like, the security guard made rounds to my station, right? Because they have to or whatever. And they were like, oh, she's gonna tell on us. I heard him say that. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not a 5-year-old. Like, don't confuse us. You're the one that's mad and throwing a tantrum, and I'm over here doing my job and enjoying my shit. Like, no. All I'm worried about is, what's the cafeteria serving tonight? That's all I was worried about. When can I take my lunch? That's what I was worried about. Not your damn crusty ass. Don't make me rant. But anyways, and seriously, they did, and they really, really sat there like all night talking crap about me and saying how, I'm gonna go buy so I can have, because so the station is first and then the bathroom, then the double doors to get into a unit. Said double doors, I have to actually open for people, and people would like try to sneak to the back. I have to physically push a button to let you go back. Like, do you think I don't see you? No. You think you're stealthy and you're doing a good job? Well, you're not. Anyways. And so they were like, oh, let me ask her if I can go to the bathroom since I have to ask her for permission. You don't have to ask me for permission. You know? And which brings me to problem number 2, which was another time. This was another person. It was a man. It was a dude and his 2 children. And he's like, well, we're all going to go back. Like, he came telling me that they were going to do this, right? And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not going to go back. Because you cannot go back. I'm going to need... And I was like, no, you guys are not all going to go back there. I'm going to need one of you to stay in the waiting area while the other 2 of you visit. And then, one come out and then the other one go in. That's it. That's all. That's the whole rule. And then he was like, no, I can't leave my children. Now, granted, these children were like 14 and 15, like not little kids. And the waiting areas are right there. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but that's just how it works. And he looks at me. He goes, did you make up those rules? Look, sir, let's make something very, very clear, okay? I never got paid enough a day in my life to be sitting here receiving this kind of abuse from anybody. Like, no, I did not make those rules. I did not make those rules. Those are this place rules, and I'm sorry, right? One of you is going to have to wait. He sat there talking to me about, I'm like, trying to rip his family apart and shit. I'm like, come on. I didn't wake up today thinking like, whose life can I ruin? Mwah. That was my evil laugh, by the way. I'm proud of it. Don't judge me. No. If I only could make the rules for that place, my rules would be the moment somebody starts acting out, like the minute somebody starts acting out, they're going to the corner on timeout. Because that's how these people act, like children. They act like children. So that would have been my rule. The moment you start to act out, you're going on timeout. Because you want to act like a child, you're going to get treated like a child. They should have hired me to make the rules in that place, actually. I would have worked for free. Shoot. I would have taken a pay cut for that. Just to be like, oh, you want to act tough? Oh, you want to... And talk about that. This girl once came at me, like, with the whole attitude. Almost threatened me. And I was like, look, little girl. This badge, because I wore a badge, I put it down. I take it off. What's up? Come at me. You see this? Come at me. I'm not playing with these people. I'm not playing with these people. But anyways, and that's the thing though, like, ain't nobody scared of nobody when you're working. You're just trying to keep your job. Also, like, this particular person was like, I want to talk to your supervisor. And I worked the night shift, so I was like, where do I write the number? You want me to call it for you? Am I supposed to be scared? What my supervisor gonna tell me? I'm like, well, this woman came at me talking about being disrespectful. And all I said is, no, you can't go back. I didn't cuss at her mama. I didn't tell her that, you know, your auntie and everybody. Like, no, I just said, I'm sorry, there's rules. Everybody has to follow them. And you're acting like I'm supposed to be like, don't call my supervisor. Do you see this? I'm aggravated. These people aggravate my existence. Like, I don't even work there anymore. And I'm so mad still. It was so annoying. And people are going to be like, well, if you didn't like it, where you work there? Because I paid my bills. What you mean, where you work there? Shoot. And the people I worked with were amazing. I love them all. Well, most of them at least. I love them all. Most of them I do. But anyways, yeah. And don't get me wrong. Like, I wasn't rude on purpose. Even though people thought I was. But like, being serious, some people abuse the fact that, you know, it's that you're in your job, that you're at your job and that you can't talk back or say anything. And they want to treat you like, you know, they act entitled. And I'm sorry, but no. We all work. We all, you know, we all do what we can. There's days that are better for everybody. There's days that are worse for everybody. So just, you know, let's try to be conscious about that and try to treat people that are providing us a service with respect, because we all deserve it. You know, I've been in the other shoe. I've been on the side where, like, I get mistreated, and I don't think it's fair. Okay, let me interrupt my story because I went crazy looking for my eyelash, and I already had it on. Anyways, so yeah, so let's just not do that, right? Let's just not do that to each other. Let's just try to be respectful. I mean, I'm one of those people. My husband gets mad at me because I always go crazy about my coffee, and when they don't make it right, I'm like, ah! And he's like, it's just coffee, and I'm like, it's fucking $6 coffee. Anyways, don't mind me. But I try to be nice anyways. Anywho, this is the look. I hope you guys like. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the above. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, just ask. And I probably have a story about it because, yeah, life. But please do keep watching. Thank you. And